Hey guys, Ace here. So, a Battlefield 1 video. I do enjoy playing tanks in Battlefield 1 occasionally, depending on maps. And this is one of them, Amiens, on Breakthrough. This is Operations. It's a very enjoyable map in a tank if you know what you're doing. So, on this first set of, well, MCOMs or points, whatever you want to call them, I usually always go to B here on the side, because most of the people will have bipods here, the supports or the engineers or assaults, they will have their 80 rifles set up here. You can just easily pick them off. I'm playing in the assault tank. This is like probably my favorite tank in this game, even though it's not a light tank and it doesn't have the 360 turret turn radius. I don't really care. This tank has one thing which makes it very unique compared to the other tanks. It has a spotting tool. It's kind of like a spotting lamp or something. It's your equivalent of like a spotting flare or a tugs from Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 5. So you would press your spotting thing and everybody would appear on your screen. This game is all about shooting 3D spotted icons, unfortunately. It's very much like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 in that regard. And I will say something in the new game that's coming up, I'm very happy that 3D spotting isn't a thing anymore. I did kind of enjoy the Battlefield 5 spotting system where you would just see people on a certain range if you're looking at them. There's some problems with that system too, but I think it's better than what you will see throughout this video. So my team, they managed to capture Bravo with some of my help picking off people here. So I'm gonna use a chance to repair here. This is a game where you have to repair all the time. This is one of its drawbacks. I do actually think the in-system repair, like you repair within your tank, you don't have to go out, especially since they are going out and inside vehicle animations. It's kind of a nice mechanic. I do think you repair a bit too slowly in my opinion, but of course that's a biased tanker opinion. For an infantry person or somebody else who plays against tanks all the time, they might think that this is fine. Whichever it is, I think it's a good mechanic, but you do have to repair very often. I did cut out a bunch of the repairing throughout the video, so you guys don't have to sit there and watch me repair for a gazillion years. So, I'm just picking up people who are running into Bravo, but I see that the train, as you see, the enemy has a behemoth on this map when they're defending. It's basically an armored train. It's kind of poked out, so I'm gonna go onto Alpha in a moment here to try to see if I can land some poke damage on him. See, he's on the right here, and this is why I never go to Alpha initially on this map, because I know that the train is kind of full health. It's just gonna obliterate me. You can kind of a bit mess him up because you can shoot his turret from the driver and then you can disable it and he cannot really shoot his cannon. But my infantry in this game is surprisingly well, at least on the first set of objectives, as we do actually capture the objectives. So I'm gonna clean up the remaining of the stragglers here. One other thing I wanted to mention about these tanks here is you need to be very careful where you're driving in. For example, here what I'm doing is, in my opinion, already a mistake. There could be a leftover assault or a mine somewhere here. I will actually run into mines quite often in Battlefield 1, even though they're kind of easy to see. I just have something with them where I'm just not playing. I don't play the game enough. I'm kind of new to the game. I don't play it that often. Maybe I have like 150 to 200 hours. And I generally play infantry in it. I do kind of enjoy the gunplay of Battlefield 1 in infantry, but I do play tank also quite a bit too. So we lost Bravo actually. I thought that we captured the objectives. So, but the train goes down, as you can hear. He's kind of collapsing in the background. So I will go back to Bravo here and try to clean up whatever is left of the infantry here. And we go back to this position on the left. It's a very good maneuver. As I see there, somebody's on the 80 gun. That kind of surprised me. This thing, you need to be very careful. There's a lot of them. Not just on this map, but on every map on Breakthrough. There's always an 80 gun somewhere, and on Conquest also. So you can walk in and you can get hit and lose like 30% of your health, and then you get hit by one of the anti-tank grenades, and you just kind of get fucked from the get-go. Then you have to drive back and repair for quite a long time. As we do take Bravo again, I help my team here, so I'm gonna repair again. And now, since the train is down, I'm hoping we should maybe look into Alpha and try to pick up Alpha. As I see, a bunch of people are still around, so I'm just gonna pick them up. As you can see, I'm just shooting the 3D spotted icons. Of course, you still have to be quite accurate with your light machine gun in the tank and your main gun to actually hit the 3D spotted targets. 3D spotted targets, I mean, everybody has the 3D spotted targets, but not everybody has like a 10 KD in Battlefield games, as you guys are well aware. So I think they're a great help for a tank. You just press Q or the spotting. As you see, I opened the spotting tool and I just see 3 people there that I generally wouldn't see unless I really looked there with like zoom optics or something, or I zoomed in there in first person and seen them. So you can just sit back in third person, open the spotting flare, and just pick people off. It's very effective. As my team themselves managed to get A, even without me or the other tank. There is 2 tanks on this map, so the other guy must have done some work on A. I'm gonna move forward here, clear up the people that are left. as I missed a shot on this guy. I guess he was behind the wall. I was just kind of shooting at the icon of the breakthrough thing of the remaining opponents. I'm gonna drive into this hallway here. Now, I'm not like that experienced on playing Amiens. I played it maybe like this, maybe like my 5th time I'm playing it in a tank. I do get like 91 and 0 in this game, whatever. Like, I don't really care for scores. It's about how you play the game. And it wasn't enough to win us the game, actually. At the end of the game, I will actually rush in and try to secure a base for my team, and I'm just gonna die, and we're kind of gonna lose the game. But no spoilery, no. So, we're on the second set of objectives now, or MCOMs. I do have a somebody in the other tank, on the little tank. So he's gonna go on the left side, which is also a good side, and I'm gonna just help him clear out a couple of people in this building. Usually it's very difficult to flush people out here if you don't know what you're doing. So here, for example, I do run into a mine, I think. But I'm gonna pick here to just pick off some of the people here. Usually this is the flag or objective I would go to. Bravo, it's full of people. I'm gonna blow somebody's head off around the corner there. I'm gonna try to pick off as many people as I can before I have to repair. So I took some poke damage, and before I start repairing, I'm gonna pick off anybody who I can. You see people are spotted there. I'm gonna pick them off. I'm gonna go for a quick wrap if I can. One of the things about this assault tank is that you can always pop your spotting flare while you're repairing, so you can see if people pick you to shoot you with the AT rifle or the grenades. You can pick them off while you're repairing. You can interrupt your repair to shoot them with the main gun. It's completely fine to do that. As I do get hit by, I'm assuming it's an AT rifle, so I do have to repair now. Because the thing is, in this game there is no auto regen on the tanks, guys, so you have to be very careful when you take some poke damage. You know, 65 health might seem that you're kind of good, but one anti-tank grenade deals up to 30-35 damage, and then you get disabled. You cannot move, legit cannot move at all. So you have to be very careful how you pick your fights here. As I'm gonna pick my fights fairly well here. All the enemies are coming in now. I'm gonna try to pick off as much as I can here. My team is getting Bravo. Just gonna help them support. And this is kind of the optimal way to play tank in Battlefield 1. You're more of a support vehicle here. You aren't sort of the spear of the attack, if that makes sense, with these tanks with limited mobility. So we do actually, unfortunately, do not get A. We don't do good work on A. We do get Bravo. I'm gonna try to pick into A, but I see that it's kind of futile. If I go there, I'm gonna die. There's people pushing on Bravo, as I do take 2 of them out pushing Bravo. And I'm gonna take out everybody who is pushing into Bravo, because I'm thinking, okay, if we're killing this many people on Bravo, we could get Alpha. But unfortunately, we're not getting Alpha, and the MCOMs, well, the objective, the sector is gonna end here. So we're gonna move to the next sector now. I think I already have about 40 kills or 50 kills here. It wasn't enough. So we're gonna move into the new sector, as I said. I'm gonna try to grab the tank at the beginning, and I do grab it. So we're back to Bravo, literally the same scene. Just the second MCOM. We now have a train, and as I kill a couple of mines here, and now I have train support, so I'm a bit more confident. As you see, I'm already driving in, even though we're getting the flag. I'm already driving in closer than I did last time, as I'm gonna pick off anybody who is running into Bravo objective. Here I'm just trying to support my infantry so that we anchor on this point, so that we can get access to Alpha. On this objective, it's kind of important to have your teammates be like everywhere on Bravo, so that we can push the elevator that's on our left here, so we could have some access to Alpha. But you as a tanker, you need to be aware of the people running on the bridge there. Countless of times before I recorded this video and a couple of other runs, I would die because people would just AT rifle spam me from there. I didn't know what was happening to me. So now we have Bravo. As you see, there's a bunch of teammates behind me. They're around me. So I'm going now. I'm gonna push Alpha. Kind of gonna make a cut here. We're gonna intercept the coming. As you see, they're all usually camping there. I'm gonna stop them from coming into this alleyway and stopping my team from advancing forward. So in this situation, you are like an anchor support for your teammates. So you see, my teammates, they can use me as cover. They can use me as bait, whatever. And I do get repairs from somebody, which is always amazing. So I'm gonna push more forward. Now I see that somebody is sparing me. I'm way more confident. As I pick around the corner here, I'm gonna take out this sniper guy. And then now we are slowly starting to get Alpha. And here I'm gonna try to position myself that I intercept anybody who is trying to go into these buildings on my right. As you see, there's a bunch of holes here on Alpha. But I do start taking a bunch of poke damage. So I'm gonna fall slightly back, but to the point where I do have a view on anybody running to Alpha. So people are throwing smoke grenades at my tank. As you see, now they also have mortars. This is one of the big disadvantages of the assault tank. Mortar does a bunch of poke damage on you. As you see, I'm taking a lot of damage. But the repairman, Doomfang, the goat, he's making sure that I stay alive here. He recognized that we have a chance to get some objectives because I'm kind of killing a bunch of people. So if you are a player like Doomfang in a game like Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, you're doing a good thing for your team. Especially if you have somebody who knows what they're doing in vehicles. So I'm gonna fall way back here because we do actually get Alpha, but now I'm getting flanked from Bravo. This is one of the things, if you move around a lot with the tank in Battlefield 1, so I moved from Bravo to Alpha, we did lose Bravo. So now I have to go back to Bravo, but now it's a bit more dangerous because they're all over the place. I don't know where they are on Bravo, as I'm getting hit by 80 rifles. But I do have support from Doomfang repairing me. I have another person repairing me now too. There's a bunch of infantry everywhere. So I'm gonna poke everybody out, and I'm gonna slowly but surely push into Bravo. One other thing I wanted to mention about the LMG on the tank, you don't want to just full auto it completely, you do want to reset it after like maybe 5 or 6 bullets. It does kind of start to get very spread heavy horizontally, so you want to reset when you're shooting, otherwise you're going to miss a couple of kills. I would also recommend if you are playing Battlefield 1 tanks, don't get into this weird opinion that you do have to have kind of high sensitivity in tanks because you cannot turn properly in the assault tank. That is not true. I, for example, play on decently low sensitivity, and I don't miss too many shots on it, so you don't really need high sense to turn too much. So you see the spotting scope, I popped the spotting scopes here and spotting this sniper person, and it spots the mine also for me. So I'm gonna take out these people here on Bravo, and as you see now, with my support and the people pushing on Bravo, we got Bravo and then we lose Alpha. This is one of those maps where you need to have 2 tank players who are very aware, or say 1 tank player and like 1 or 2 infantry squads who are like pretty decent at knowing how to play Amiens on breakthrough operations. So we lose Alpha now, and I'm gonna back up, and we're gonna start to look into Alpha again. Now I think, for example, reviewing this video now again, that I made a mistake. Maybe I should have stayed on Bravo and let people push from Alpha into me, yeah, to get something done. So I'm gonna go here, but there's a mine here, as you see. Somebody placed a very clever behind this destroyed lamppost. I'm gonna destroy the mine. I'm gonna push in now. I see there's a bunch of people behind me, as you see. They're using me as an anchor. So I'm gonna push in. I'm taking all the bunch of poke. As I do run into a mine, actually. I'm 1 health, as you can see. But people are supporting me quite a bit here. Doomfang's repairing me. I'm basically waiting for him to get me out of the disabled status. I'm gonna pop a smoke here just so I unspot myself and the infantry, so I can put some support for them. I'm gonna be paired by 2 people now, so I'm very confident now. We're gonna make a very massive push to Alpha now. I know that now this is up to me here. Bravo is ours, but I need to clear up these buildings here on the right, as I mentioned. Somebody can just dump 180 mine here, and you get really heavy damage. You get disabled, you cannot move. I'm pushing in now, and now I'm gonna push to the left here. I run into another mine, or I don't know what hit me. It's probably a mine. You see, it's kind of hard to see the mines if you don't know the game. Even for myself, I don't play the game often, as I mentioned earlier. So I get hit by mines. But luckily, I have a repairman literally carrying me here, Mr. Doomfang. We do manage to secure Alpha in the end. I think, I'm not sure what's happening here. Like, the enemy team is still everywhere. As I do peek around the corner, there's a literal rat's nest here. As I do land a shell and kill like 3 or 4 of them immediately. And we do end up securing Alpha. What's happening here now is that, again, as you see, we lost Bravo. So I'm in the same situation where I now have to go back to Bravo after we got Alpha, as I'm getting spammed by a bunch of mortars. So when you get spammed by mortars, you need to just keep driving back. You cannot stand and repair because you're gonna keep getting disabled. But the enemy has pressure now. My team is doing something not good, where they're not really counter-mortaring the people who are mortaring me. So if I do end up going down, we're certainly gonna lose the game. But as you see, Mr. Doomfang is completely committed to keeping me alive, and my people actually do end up getting Bravo. I think we do get Bravo at this point. I'm gonna try to like go back and give any support I can on Bravo, just to make sure we move out of these sectors. These sectors are very hard in my opinion. They're way harder than the first ones, even though the first one has a train on their team defending it, and they're way harder than the last ones. In many situations, I've just captured the last 3 sectors pretty much single-handedly. But these 2 are very tricky because of the driving in and out. As a bunch of people get spotted by my spotting tool, and I'm just gonna eliminate all of them. As you see, HE mortar is getting a lot of damage, but I cannot really move here because I'm shooting a bunch of people. So it's okay that if you don't move from mortar fire if you're shooting a bunch of people. If you see a bunch of people in front of you, it's okay to take a bunch of damage if it's gonna mean saving people. So we got Bravo again, and I'm going back and forth again. Now I'm going back to Alpha for the 3rd time to try to get Alpha. And like I said, I think I should have just trusted my team to get Alpha and not me driving there and then losing Bravo again. I know that in real time I was kind of annoyed already here because we just cannot seem to get Alpha. And here I'm already playing a bit too recklessly. As if you look at my minimap, I do not have that much infantry around me. There's maybe like 3 people, maybe a squad. but on my left there's no cover. I'm already have health, but I'm very cocky here, very arrogant. I'm not falling back. I did cut out now. We do get the sector. This is a cutout where what happened. We got the sector, and it was just me repairing for 3 minutes against the mortar fire until we killed him. So we're on the last sectors now. There's a tank now there. I'm gonna hit him. Luckily I spot him, so I'm gonna keep the poke. I don't think he actually notices me, so I'm just gonna swiftly take him out. Bad play by the enemy tank. So you wanna support your infantry on Alpha from here. If you actually go to Alpha yourself physically, there's very little maneuver space. You're just gonna die from top where I'm aiming right now. They can be in that building on both floors, and you can take a bunch of poke. So I open my spotting flash. I see a bunch of people there in that building, just the building I was talking about. I'm gonna, with some precision, quickly take all of them out. As I see a bunch of people running over and out, I'm gonna take everybody out. And you want to make sure when you do kill a bunch of people with the tank in Battlefield 1 that the medic isn't actually reviving them. The revive time is quite long in Battlefield 1. You want to make sure that after they're all dead, you watch for the medic coming in to revive them. So here, as you see, we already have both sectors, and I'm gonna do a major mistake. I'm gonna push into Charlie because I'm trying to win my team the game here. Yeah, it's something you should never do with the tank. As you see, I'll get punished here, and this is gonna be the reason why we're gonna lose the game. I'm gonna die here. This is gonna be my third death. I died once or twice before. It was just as infantry before I got the tank. So I'm gonna kill this person here, and I'm confident now because I do see a bunch of people on my minimap. But as I do push into Charlie, I already took a bunch of block. I'm half health. I'm gonna kill everybody I can here. We do end up actually losing Alpha, so we're not gonna win the game off of my push here. And that's pretty much gonna be the video, guys. I die here at the end, and I do not manage to get the tank. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.